All right, what's happening, sports fans? We got another great top recruit to talk to. This is a Haupt recruit. Can't believe I didn't start with that. Dang it! I'm just now upset that I didn't rename it for this. We'll do some sort of pun later for it.
Yeah.
Luke Haupt, thank you very much for joining us from Saint Augustine Basketball. He has decided to stay local and play at Point Loma Nazarene. So congratulations on that. Let's talk about that decision. Why the Sea Lions?
I just had a great relationship with the coaches. It's a winning program. They've proven that the last couple of years. And then obviously the opportunity to stay home. I love San Diego and I want to stay here.
Well, and it seems like you mentioned the last couple of years, but it hasn't been a linear growth. It's been an exponential growth for the success at Point Loma. So you're coming in at a time where they're starting to become more known in the national basketball scene and a little bit more of a presence. So was there one factor like that was your deciding factor? Was it just a couple of different things? What ultimately sealed the deal?
I had a chance to go a low Division 1 level where the team might not have been very successful, or go Division 2 and have a chance to win a national championship. And I chose to go try to win a national championship at Point Loma.
That sentence has to be fun. That's actually an achievable goal, is being a national champion within the next 4 years. Has that really sunk in yet? That you're like, ooh, we could be at that level.
Not really. I'm sure it will once I step on campus and start working with the guys. Obviously, it's been weird. I haven't been able to go on a visit, an official visit or anything like that because this whole coronavirus. So,
Well, and for you especially, this is so close yet so far. Before this, we're talking to a kid who committed to Arizona, and I get it. You can't go like out to another state, but Point Loma Nazarene is like a 15-minute drive from Saints. Like it's close, but yet it's impossible to get out there too. I do ask though about the success level and that championship level, because wire to wire the last 4 years at Saints, you have been in that open division conversation. Sort of your mindset and your experience, it seems, is nothing but the best and nothing but that highest level of competition. So you have to feel at least somewhat prepared to step in and be a leader early with Point Loma Nazarene.
yes, for sure. I feel confident in what I can do. And it's going to take some getting used to, obviously, because I don't know the college game and I don't know the guys. But they're all great guys. They've all reached out and they've all said congrats. So I feel like it'll be a seamless transition from Saints to Point Loma.
Well, and also just if we're looking at the pieces that you have worked with surrounding you, you have Chibuzo Ogbo going on to Texas Tech, so you're like, okay, I know what to play, how to deal with that. Tyson's going on to play football and call, like you've dealt with some athletes and some serious firepower in terms of assets around you. So I'm sure you'll kind of seamlessly transition. That has to have been pretty fun the last couple of years.
It was awesome. These last five starters, every one of them is going to play at the next level. Chibuzo's going to Texas Tech. Declan Bress is going to Emerson. And then Alex is going to play in Mexico. Nikai's going to go play at the next level. And Tyson's going to go play football. So it was a special group we've had for the last 4 years.
Yeah, it certainly seems like. I mean, I think that even all the way going back to like when Tariq Thompson and his grad, they were seniors when you were freshmen, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
and so Tariq and those guys were all like, oh, he's a SDSU starting safety, but he's also this guard. Yeah, it's been tons and tons of firepower, but also it's been tons and tons of fan sections. So I have to ask anybody that plays in front of the pit, what is that like?
It's hard to explain, honestly. Like honestly, sometimes it makes me laugh when I'm looking at them in the game. Like at a free throw line, I'll look into the pit and I'll see them doing something crazy, and I'll just start laughing uncontrollably. Like it's just you feel the love coming from your brothers and your classmates and all that. It's something that's hard to explain.
Well, it's absurd for people that don't go to any of your games. You look at those photos and you're like, no, that's like some legit like small college somewhere. And you're like, nope, that's a high school, and they're not even that big of a high school because they're a only guys school, so they're operating on limited resources there. Let me ask you just, I mean, this may be a hard question. I know everyone answers, oh, I like playing at my own gym, but favorite road gym, favorite experience either that you ever had or just that you like playing there physically. What's your best gym on the road?
Obviously, the Holy War is always fun. I don't necessarily like playing at Cathedral because it's our rival, but it's just a great environment wherever we go and play that game.
It's like you'll take it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the best one.
So I see Jordan behind you. Looks like you got a pretty nice poster there. The first two parts of The Last Dance have come out. Your thoughts?
It just shows you the competitor he is. And it's something that all basketball players need to watch, and all basketball players should implement in their game what he is trying to teach, because he's the most competitive player I think ever. And if we can get just a little bit of that in our game, we'll be way better.
So you were born well after Jordan's, run that is being featured on this, and did not get to experience it in real time. Does the game of basketball look different to you when you see how it's played in the mid 90s?
It looks very different, but it looks a lot more physical. But it looks a little bit more or less athletic, and just it's just different.
Well, so I'm glad you bring up the word physical, because I like asking today's basketball players, if you had an opportunity to play either just that version or incorporate a little bit more of that physicality, would you like it, or do you like how basketball has evolved? Because the change has become real quick, maybe the last 10 years, that it's now about athleticism and speed and threes.
I like it being physical. I've always been kind of the guy that's tough nosed and get in there, so I want it to be a little bit more physical.
Yes. So you low key can identify a little bit with Bill Laimbeer and the Pistons, and you're like, I got respect for that. I got a little bit of respect for that.
Bad boys.
The bad boys, yeah, man. Hey, I've seen a couple of games to know that it's not completely extinct here in the San Diego experience. We look forward to watching the rest of that documentary. You know what? Let's get you back on when it's all done. We'll have you be our resident film critic for this documentary while this is going on. Speaking of downtime, what have you been up to?
So I have two older brothers, and they came home, so it's just a lot of competition outside, playing basketball up front or wiffle ball and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so while you guys are out front playing basketball, is Dad getting his coaching? Is he out there coaching for the sake of, like, he misses it as well?
He's not coaching. He misses it. He wants to be back more than anything, but he's playing wiffle ball with us, actually.
So okay, wait, what? Is he? Yeah. Please walk me through that. How good is he at wiffle ball?
He's good because he grew up at a rec center. So
okay, so you're splitting into teams. You and a brother, Dad and the brother. Like, where does Dad fall in the hierarchy? First round draft pick, or are you kind of like, ooh, he's a liability in the field?
Yeah, we're gonna go with a middle round draft pick. I'm not gonna bag on him too much, but he's good enough to play, obviously, but yeah.
He's on the roster. He can make contact. He can hit at a solid clip. A completely serviceable journey,man.
Yeah, for sure.
The later in his career, been on a dozen teams. You don't remember what jersey he's wearing. Exactly. But he's not like, because I picture your dad like walking around the house just like coaching something. Like he's talking to just the cats, being like, I need you to meow in that direction. No, because everybody I feel like is just a little stir crazy right now and misses just that routine of life. So let us know if it does come to that point and things have just devolved. Outside of the stuff, basketball, working out, staying in shape, picked up any new talents? Or are you a guitar player now? Have you learned to cook? Are you reading more? Like, what's something maybe you didn't figure you'd ever be doing that you are now?
I am cooking more.
Okay.
We kind of split the nights in our house in cooking, so we cook. Me and one of my brothers cook.
So what is your signature dish?
I'd go with breakfast for dinner, just some eggs.
Okay.
That's probably my
bad respect. Mm-hmm. Breakfast food is always good, no matter what time of the day. Throw some pancakes in there. Never a better choice for that. It's a somber and a sad question, but I have to ask everybody because this situation just has never happened before. So, what has this experience been like for you as a high school senior?
It's sad, honestly. We missed all of our senior trips, and I miss my friends at school. We have such a brotherhood at Saints, and the school provides such a close-knit community. You end up missing everybody, and I'm not sure it's like that at every school, and I'm sure some schools have that, but I think it's more so at Saints, and I want to get back to that community.
So if I gave you the chance to get back there, and maybe you had your team in the room or your group of friends, or just you were with your whole student body right now, what would be your message to everybody?
Just cherish it while you have it, because we weren't expecting this to happen, and it kind of took everything, all of our senior year stuff away from us, and it was just in a blink of an eye. So take advantage of the time you have with each other.
Yeah, it was a crazy Friday. We were like, all right, maybe 2 extra weeks of spring break, and then it just never returned, and nothing has ever happened. Well, we appreciate you sharing your thoughts. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. It's just, I like having these now so that everybody can look back on it and be like, yeah, that's what it was like to be the only senior class in American history or world history to have this happen. Going to be hard to explain years down the road that we just had to all chill at home and that was life for 2 months or whatever this is going to turn out to be. One thing we do want though is to celebrate you. So when you do get when we all get the chance to get together again, let's find some sort of way to get you a national letter of intent signing day celebration that is not one of these you posting a photo from the driveway. Because I see that going around a lot lately. Let's find a way to get some sort of reassemble the pit and give you some sort of proper cheer and proper send off, both for everything you've done for the last couple of years and for the fact that you're staying local. We really appreciate that. Appreciate you being on with us. Folks, there are a lot of top recruits out there. There are a lot of high school athletes out there that they need your positive thoughts and your well wishes because their season's ended and they did not get that true send off. So give them a round of applause and a standing ovation from wherever you are, at least 6 feet away from them. Thank you though, Luke, for being on with us. We'll talk to you soon, my man.